Have you ever wondered how and where to get an older woman in a way that doesn't just stir desire but awakens a deep emotional connection? For many, this feels like a mystery. But today, that mystery ends back as the truth is specifically lighting these places on an older woman's body with emotional awareness and respect can create a moment. She never forgets it's not just about physical touch. It's about becoming the kind of man who understands emotional intimacy, uses subtle gestures to build trust and leave a lasting palm act. So imagine this. You take her eye in a way that sends a wave through her heart, reminding her of feelings she unsee believed were long gone of feelings no one has stirred in her for years until Yoke came along. Today I'm revealing 7 powerful touch points that can stir deep enchantment, tanned intimacy in any older woman. These are gestures that make her feel seen, feel safe, and feel desired. And here's a surprise. While the first 2 touches might awaken thrilling sensations, it's the final one that can leave her utterly hypnotized by you. Bet for stubs bright of the channel. Hit the like button and during the notification bell. Soyo never miss real human advice though. Taxfully works. Let's divine on the lower back the silent. Protector, let's start with something simple yet deeply powerful, the lower back at first glance. It might seem like just another body part, but don't be fooled by its simplicity. This area carries something Crave power to make a woman feel secure, cherished, and protected. Imagine the Z hour walking inside her through a crowded street, noise all around, people brushing past. Then your hand gently touches the lower part of her back. Not forcefully, not aggressively, but just enough to say, I'm her. You're not alone. This is more than a touch. It's a verbal promise. A message that whispers, I've got you. I'm tuned into her presence. I care. That soft guiding contact can make her heart slow down. Even when the world is speeding up, whether you're helping her out, a veer guiding her through a hallway, or walking upstairs together, that gentle touch beckons your signature. But don't overdo it. It must be subtle and fluid, never possessive. You're not claiming her, you're comforting her. That's what makes it magnetic. When done right, this touch acts like a shield. One that radiates warmth, stability, and masculine calm. And for an older woman, was used to doing it all on her own, this small gesture can mean everything to the nape of her neck. Vulnerability to intimacy. Now we move to a far more sensitive and intimate space, the nape of her neck. This is one of the most emotionally charged places on her body. Why? Because it's vulnerable. Touching the nape is like whispering gently to her nervous system, a place that's rarely touched but deeply felt. A place that when approached with care can send shivers right through her spine and directly into her heart. This isn't about massaging or grabbing. This is about brushing her nape lightly with your fingertips or clutching a delicate hand there when you lean in during a hug. Picture this, you're sitting close. She turns her head. A strand of hair falls near her neck. You gently move its side, allowing your fingers to grace the up for just as a second. It says more than 1,000 words ever cowled. You're acknowledging her femininity, her elegance, her presence, all without saying anything. And here's what's wild. When dinner right, this touch makes her feel emotionally naked in the most beautiful way. It opens a door to closeness. Shouldn't expect and makes her feel flying. Especially for older women who have been emotionally guarded, this small gesture can reawaken feelings she has forgot. She even had the armed bridge between conversation and chemistry. Let's talk about one of the most underrated yet powerful areas. Her arm. At first, it may not seem like much. The arm is actually a gateway to emotional and physical closeness, as spatially hidden. You're in deep conversation. Picture this. You're sitting across from her. The conversation gets real. Maybe you're talking about childhood dreams, regrets, or something that makes your eyes light up. In that you gently touch her arm, maybe tell me a size a point, maybe just to let her know you're fully present. That simple gesture says, I hear you, I see you, I'm right here with you. It's not a grab, it's not an accident. It's a natural flowing gesture that mirrors the emotional intimacy building between youth. Beauty of touching her arm is its versatility. Whether you're sitting at a dinner, walking in a museum, simply chatting on a bench, her arm is always accessible, always available for a soft, respectful touch. And here's where I get psychological. A light icon can signal comfort and familiarity to the brain. It builds warmth, trust, and subtle chemistry weight, crossing any boundaries. Many older women have gone without that kind-off touch. One thought is intentional, kind, and emotionally tuned in. And when you provide it, you and Stanley stand the knee where playfulness meets intimacy. Now, let's explore a more unexpected yet powerful touch point, that knee. Yes, the knee. It might sound surprising, but this area holds a special emotional tension. When touched right, it creates a subtle, beautiful, electrifying sense of intimacy, the kind-off moment that says, we're close. This is special. Imagine you're watching a movie together or sharing a bottle of wine, legs casually brushing under the Toby thon. Lightly, effortlessly, your hand rests in her knee. No words needed, just your warm presence felt through a touch thought is both gentle and grounding. This isn't about stimulations. It's about comfort, emotional presence, and building a moment of shared silence. See, it feels loaded with meaning. The trick here is intention. Your talk must feel calm, non-demanding, and ply-assuring. A woman in her 40s, 50s, or 60s who's had years of experience, she can instantly tell the difference between aim who touches to connect and aim in what edges to take. So when your hand finds your knee, let it rest, not dominate. Let it communicate safety, attention, and affection. And if she leans in closer, smiles, or lightly places her hand over yours, that's your green light you've just built. A moment she'll remember. Host 5. The waist, the anchor of an action. Now we aerate the touch thought can without words say everything. The waist. This is one of the most emotionally harsh places to touch a woman, especially when it's done with awareness, timing, and care. Why? Because the waist is both protective and seductive. It's a place of closeness, comfort, and core vulnerability. And when you touch her waist, you're not just touching her body. You're holding her center. Imagine this. Yay. A rinsing slowly or taking a photo jar. Maybe you're walking side by side, and you guide her by lightly resting your hand on her waist. That single moment, that soft contact can dial hat nose into a second. It says you're safe with you. I want to be close, but I respect your space. A touch on the waist can awaken foamy energy in a deeply affirming way. This can make her feel desired without being objectified, held without being governed. It's also one of the rare touches that works whether you're standing, sitting, or embracing. And when done with presence, it grounds her in the moment, pulling her out of stress, doubt, and overthinking. Just make sure it's not controlling. Your hand should never pull her grip. Its hold rests like in inner foring stones, strength and sensual. For many older women, this is a moment where the emotional and the physical finally align, and she feels safe enough to open her heart. Not just third body six, the hands where hearts meet in Sanino. Let's explore one of the most symbolic and often overlooked touch points of all her hands. You might think holding hands is a myth, simple, something ordinary, but for an older woman, especially one who's been through love loss, independence, and maybe even loneliness, the act of hand-holding carries a sacred weight. Hands are the storytellers of life. They carry decades of experience, wrinkles that speak of motherhood, resilience, heartbreak, and healing. So when you reach out, hold her hand not as a casual gesture, but as if you're saying, I see your journey and I want to walk you. Now picture this. You're sitting face to face in a cozy cafe, warm lights, quiet music. Your conversation flows with honest and ease. Then without planning it, You reach across the table and gently wrap your hand around hers. You donskis, you didn't rush. You just hold. In that moment, you've created a space where words don't. No matter where a connection lies between the spaces, opulence and skin, this touch should be soft, warm, and protective. It says, I'm not going anywhere. It offers emotional safety without holding hands is also incredibly versatile. Whether you're walking through a park, sharing a quiet minute on the couch, or simply saying goodbye, a lingering hold can spark emotional grounding even after years of emotional solitude. And when she's soft and see know it, when her fingers curl back around yours, that's not just chemistry. That's trust forming. That's walls lowering. That's a moment she replayed her that night as lays in bed smiling. 7th theorist. The elegant signal of desire and trust finally lets unlock one of the most delicate and romantic places on a woman's body. The wrist. Yes, thine wrist. It's often ignored but biologically on the most sensitive zones for emotional and sensual bones. Here's why. Beneath that soft skin, blood flows close to the surface. Nerve endings respond more acutely to gentle contact that's vulnerable and a pliable touching. A woman's wrist Isaac entering her, emotion owls me and T. She says something sweet or thoughtful. You gently take her wrist in your hand left it with reverence and place a soft kiss on the inside. Burial-eyed touching, but charged with meaning. That kiss, that's not a move, that's a poem says. I admire you and cherish this moment. I want to go deeper, slowly, respectfully, a touch in the wrist, especially during a good pure, a moment of stillness gratis. Lingering emotion, one that trails Ben long after the physical moment ends, but it has to be done. Right, no pressure, no rush. The gesture must be light, fleeting, and emotionally tuned, moon and a whisper of what could come. Not a did for Mora, wrist becomes a secret signal, a reminder that you see her not just as a bod, but as a being of emotion, grace, and inner fire. For many older women, as specialist woes who've learned to guard their hearts, this simple act can feel like art invitation back into intimacy. It's not about domination. It's about devotion by sin. The forehead, the silent kiss of respect and devotion. Now, here's something to next, but deeply powerful. The head, yes, a simple kiss or a gentle touch on a woman's forehead may seem old-fashioned, but it carries an energy that's rare, respectful, and almost sacred. Why? Because the forehead isn't about seduction. It's about honor. It's a boodling her. I see your worth. I admire your mind. I respect your soul. Imagine if this. You've just had a beautiful living together. Maybe you rode over dinner, shared stories about life, and walked under the stars. As you part ways, instead of rushing a kiss or expecting more, you gently hold her. Face and kiss her forehead. No words, just silence and stillness. That moment, if it's passion. It tells her, you're not just beautiful, you're valuable. And for many older women will experience erations fat wear, rushed, selfish, or purely physical. One simple gesture can create a wave of emotion she wasn't expecting. And it's soft, it's soulful, it's a jibes a real man needs to say without saying a word. And when you do this, when you choose depth over speed win, you choose respect over ego. That's when you become unforgettable. So now you know the 7 places coveted be older women, not because of lust, but because they care, marry emotion and meaning. And when you talk her with presence, patience, and purpose, you're in just touching her. You're reigniting her spirit. The gestures aren't tricks. They're reminders of what it feels like to be fully seen, held, and loved. And for a woman who's walked decades of life, that kind of connection is rare and unforgettable. You want to be the man who awakens, sure supports her, and truly connects with her. Start with your talk. Now, if you're ready to go to unlock the emotional line of attraction, to learn the exact words that trigger desire and build connection. Didn't miss the secret miss guide linked below. And as always, subscribe tough channel, like this video. Drop a comment. Let us know which touch resonated the most. With you. Until next intentional, stay present and remember real connection begins with respect.